for another season of high school football. Tonight, the 1998 debut of the Monroe Central Seminoles. The opponent, the Magnolia Blue Eagles. Magnolia with a game under their belt last week as West Virginia schools opened up with a record of 1-0. This is Jeff Stevens, along once again with Dale Eddy and his wife Joe Eddy. And before we start, Dale, Joe, I just want to say thanks a lot for having me along again this year. I enjoy it, and glad I could be back with you.
Hey, there's no one else we'd even look to, Coach. You're the best, and I tell you what, this is an exciting evening. It's a beautiful evening. The teams are both on the field, and as Coach Sir Costa said last night, this may be the hardest or the toughest opener that he's had in years and maybe in his career. You know, this Magnolia team is for real, and they came to town, to have 2 wins as of last year, and of course the Knowles are looking to revenge last year.
There's a lot of hype involved with the season for the Blue Eagles. They plan on doing a lot of things come the postseason in November and the first week of December. This is just one step along the way for them. Monroe Central won the toss, elected to receive. Jesse Nippert, Josh Woodby, and Ben Miller are deep. Number 27 for Magnolia, Derek Palmer, prepares to kick off, and we're just about ready to get underway. It's a liner to Miller at about the 15-yard line. He's to the 31-yard line, and that's where we'll start.
Miller taking the opening kickoff.
Kept his feet there as he kind of stumbled. The ball came straight to him, but we've got pretty good field position here. 30-yard line. Caesar, a name you're going to hear a lot tonight on the stop. And I believe this is the last of the Caesar and Shoemaker era at the two schools.
Yes, not very many games have been played over the years at Magnolia without a Caesar, and at Monroe Central or Woodsfield previously without a Shoemaker. First varsity snap as a starter for quarterback Derek Griffith and center Jeremy Beardmore. It's clean, and Josh Jones bouncing to the outside. He's to the 49-yard line to pick up an 8.
Stopped by Jonathan Rashade and Palmer at the 39-yard line. Looks like it's going to be second and a short one.
Let's try to spotlight on some of the Seminoles here. The center, as I said, is number 50, Jeremy Beardmore, a junior, a first-year player who has made great progress during the preseason. The guards are number 61, Brad Dimmerling, number 62, Robert Muntz, number 68, Tucker Roberts, a tackle, number 60, Darren Grubb. Second down, and Magnolia will spend a timeout. While they do that, Dale, let's give the rest of the Seminoles. The tight end is number 84, John Cecil. Split end is number 88, Jesse Nippert. As I said, the quarterback in his first varsity start, number 11, Derek Griffith. Number 44, John Shoemaker, moves to fullback. Number 21, Josh Jones is the tailback. And alternating at the slot back will be number 22, Josh Woodby, and number 24, Ben Miller. And I hope we got everybody.
I believe we did. With 11 minutes and 20 seconds here in the first quarter, Coach Caesar calling a timeout here. He's talking to the official on the far side of the field, so I don't know exactly what that's all about. Probably just getting ready for something later in the game.
His defensive coordinator out spending time with the defensive unit, so it may be nothing more than just, hello, how are you? We'll see you later in the year.
How's the wife and kids?
So second down and couple with the ball just short of the 40-yard line. And you look for Monroe Central really to try to establish the ground game, which has been a Coach Sir Costa tradition for all the years, especially with a new quarterback.
Yeah, and let Derek get his feet on the ground here, and he is capable of throwing. He's a nice-looking young man.
It's a power I formation, and after the timeout, movement on the left side of the Seminole line, that's going to cost Monroe Central 5 yards. We're going to get number 24, Ben Miller, in with the play. He and Josh Woodby will be alternating much of the evening with the plays from the sideline. So that makes it second down now and more like 7. It's a very veteran Magnolia team. Only 23 players listed on their roster. 12 are seniors, and most of them are playing for their 3rd year. Looked like Jones. He was hitting the backfield. It could not tell the number. It may have been number 27, Palmer, who is probably their key defensive player at that middle linebacker position.
Little help there with number 72, I believe, Hot Boy. And Woodby back in, bringing in the play, 10:58, 3rd and 7.
That's going to be back at the 33-yard line, and we may see Derek Griffith forced to go to the air for the first time. Number 88, Jesse Nippert, is split to the wide to the near side. That's the right side of the field. He'll be drawing a lot of attention. And there's the fake inside, going deep. Throws it up to Nippert and cannot get there. Double coverage by the Blue Eagles. Number 1, Jonathan Riccardi, and number 88, Chad Miller were there. And I'm afraid Nippert will draw a lot of double coverage during the course of the year. So up to a nice first gain by Jones, a penalty and a loss, and an incomplete pass is going to bring up a punt situation. Number 75, Heath Wells, will be the punter, and the long snapper is Tucker Roberts.
Long and Caesar will be deep.
Wells punting for the Seminoles.
It's a high kick, but not very deep. It's going to hit at the 45, take
Get
a
a
nice
favorable
Seminole
bounce.
roll back to the 35, 34-yard line. That'll be about a 33-yard punt for Heath Wells. Heath, again, had a couple of punts late in varsity games last year, but has won that job this season. And we'll look at the Seminole defense, and everything centers around Magnolia quarterback, number 7, Derek Caesar. He's in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers to the right. And he's
He's
going
going
to
to keep it straight up the middle. He's loose. One man to beat.
It's a foot race, and Caesar is going to win that foot race to the end zone. There are no flags. On the first play of the game, Derek Caesar goes 66 yards off a quarterback draw for a touchdown. Not exactly what the doctor ordered.
Not exactly. Monroe was coming in 4 and out, and Caesar, a lot of room up the middle, showed some good speed. And that's what you can expect from a young man.
And it looked like a couple of missed tackle opportunities on the far side, and once Caesar got into the open, he was going to be a tough man to catch. Caesar will now prepare to kick the extra point out of a hold of number 1, Riccardi.
Caesar will be trying the point after.
The snap is good, it's down. The kick is away, and line drive right through. So just like that, 10 minutes and 10 seconds into the game, this highly touted Magnolia team has a 7-0 lead.
And Coach, I think that's what the crowd on the far side kind of expected. They came to town to play. They're a good team. Last week they had a win against, help me here,
Ravenswood, a 19-6 win. It was a close game. It was 12-6 into the fourth quarter when Caesar teamed up with his wide receiver Riccardi for a 98-yard touchdown play. It kind of blew the game open in the final period. But just, well, we've got a moment here. We might talk about some things there. Our new and improved perch here atop the press box. New roof, new railing, new steps to get here.
Exactly. Bring it on, Dave Bloomquist. Dave made a comment last year about the steps and being afraid to go back down. And so this year he won't have that trouble, and this year he won't be here. So
maybe he'll be here sooner or later one of these games to be able to see this. I don't know. But
you got to mention the bleachers on the far side. Boy, they are nice.
People that are here on this Friday night, able to see that, and it's nice to see a lot of room over there, a lot of people in the bleachers. And as you look around, everybody was still standing 1 and 2 deep along the fence all the way around. In the end zone to the right, the hillside is full, so a very nice crowd on hand on a beautiful night. Derek Palmer again to kick off the second time. Nippert, Miller, and Woodby are deep. That's a high kick. Again, it's over to this side here to Miller. And over his head, and that hits in the end zone, a couple yards deep in the end zone, as a matter of fact, on the fly. And I think you're seeing something there that you're going to see quite a bit this year on kickoffs and also Seminole punt returns. Teams are not going to want to kick the ball to Nippert. They're going to try out Ben Miller and Josh Woodby. So now at the 20-yard line, Seminoles with their second possession.
Derek Griffith back under center. Kind of a proving ground here for the young man.
A wishbone formation with Nippert to the right. Shoemaker with his first carry.
Quick handoff.
To the 24-yard line, maybe they're giving to the 25, 5-yard pickup. I think we'll see Shoemaker handle the ball quite a bit along with Josh James there. The move from tight end this year. The feeling was, I think you just need to get the ball in Johnny Shoemaker's hands a little bit more. Last year at tight end, I think he handled the ball 12 times as a combined receiver and as a rusher, and he needs to handle the ball more than that. along with Jones as his mate in the backfield. Josh with a little more experience as a runner. Nippert to throw. Quick out, complete. Nippert.
Jesse,
Out of bounds.
36.
36-yard line. It appears has his first down.
Riccardi on the stop, number 1.
That has to make young Derek feel a lot better there to get that first completion in. A nice simple route and high percentage, and get that ball into Nippert's hands, and then get the short gain and get that first down. And the first down of the season.
All a matter of confidence here.
Miller in with the play, replacing Woodley on his 1st and 10 at the 36. We'll get the slot right formation, backs in the eye. Shoemaker.
Quick end off again.
Shoemaker
to the 40-yard line.
About 4 yards by Johnny Shoemaker. You see Magnolia with 6 people up at the line of scrimmage. They're going to play a lot of people up tight and kind of dare the Seminoles to try to beat them by throwing the ball.
Yes.
A very veteran defensive front by Magnolia, but some experience up front for the Seminoles. And I think what you'll see on both teams with the lack of depth, these young men playing offense and defense, so conditioning in the second half and particularly the 4th quarter may be a big factor.
But again, pull into the ball game and Nippert in the backfield.
The sweep from Nippert to the left. He tries to pick a spot. He'll get a couple yards to the 43-yard line. So I was going to say, in that situation there, Magnolia with 8 players within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, something that the coaching staff has been looking at with Nippert in the backfield in some situations. They'll run some sweeps, try to get some speed out of him, and it was a pickup of about, I'll call it 3 on the play, maybe 4 yards. 3rd down and 3, the ball on the 43-yard line. Matt Cole is wide right. The backs are in the wishbone. There's movement, and we will get a whistle to kill the play. I think somebody in the interior of the Magnolia line was in the neutral zone. That'll be a first down, Monroe Central. Wasn't sure if it was going to be called or not. It looked like the official on the far side reaching in his pocket for his flag. Maybe had trouble getting it out.
I believe number 66, the right boy, was pulled off as he stepped into the neutral zone. So we get a break here. 8:01 first and 10 here at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Seminoles.
So again, Cole is wide to the right. Wishbone formation. And it makes up the backfield. Nippert picks the fumble up. Going to try to make something out of nothing. And will be dropped for a loss of about 3 yards. But a mix-up in the backfield. I'm not sure what happened there. If somebody was wrong or what happened, but the ball popped loose. And unfortunately, Nippert was able to pick it up and make what could have been total disaster into at least only a small disaster.
Riccardi and Caesar on the stop.
2nd down, 13.
That will make it 2nd down and 13. Nippert will now go back wide, and this time to the left. Jones back in the lineup as the tailback. Nippert drops straight back to throw. Going downfield, and it's Nippert. It's going to be a first down. He fumbles the football, and Magnolia will recover. A nice grab by Nippert as he was trying to fight for extra yardage. The ball was punched out, recovered by the Blue Eagles on the far side. And Magnolia with the ball once again. So a nice throw and a nice catch, but then the ball loose, and wasn't much could happen there. There was more white shirts than there were black shirts. Did not see who the Blue Eagle was that was on that football, but it is Magnolia ball. They'll send 4 receivers to the left with Caesar in the shotgun to their 2nd offensive fly. He'll look to run, now he'll throw. He's got a man wide open, Riccardi. He's in the end zone again. And that's a blown coverage in the secondary, Dale. Magnolia with 2 wide receivers in the same area and only 1 defensive back. So Caesar had his choice of which guy to throw to. It was Riccardi, and it was not much problem for him to get in the end zone.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
That's 57 yards. So So on 2 offensive snaps, Magnolia's went 66 and 57 yards. And this is definitely taking on the bad field.
Caesar will be trying a point after.
Certainly is, especially when you're still at 6:46 in the first quarter, and we have Caesar ready to put another kick. And he does just that.
And he does that.
And it's good.
Yeah, 2 offensive possessions, 2 offensive plays, 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you're a Magnolia fan, that's being quite economical with things.
Yeah, all the cheers on the opposite side of the field right now. You know, the main thing with the Moles is just keep themselves together, and the ball game will come to them.
Well, and the thing is, you cannot get discouraged because, you know, 2 possessions, you know, the first possession, you know, you're in a good situation, but then a penalty changed the play call.
Exactly.
And then the second
a beautiful play.
They had a first down inside the 40-yard line, but then fumbled. So,
and you can't blame anyone. You know, Nipper just trying to get extra yardage, had a helmet against the ball, knocked loose, and you know, in a normal ball game, that's just something that happens. Here it's cost us 2 touchdowns.
But you know, less than 6 minutes into this game, 6 minutes 46 seconds remaining in the first period, and 14-0 Magnolia. But as we said before, you know, this is a veteran Magnolia team. They're looking to do big things, and you know, they've proven that they came to play. So hopefully things will settle down, and the Seminoles can get in business on this offensive possession. As you really don't want to go behind by 3 touchdowns in the first half of a game, no matter who the opponent is.
And the Noles have had a couple nice runs and especially, you know, a couple nice passes, so unfortunate. Coach Caesar exhorting his team.
And there's the danger you have when you try to kick away from someone there. Last time Palmer hit it good into the end zone, touchback. This time he didn't hit it quite as good. It goes out of bounds. Seminoles now have some choices. They most likely will take the ball on the 35. You can always have them tee it up after a 5-yard penalty and re-kick, but that will not happen very often. You take the ball on the 35 almost all the time, especially when they've shown they're not going to kick to your return man.
And they've shown that they have a good leg. You know, that last kick was a very nice kick into the end zone. So the 6:46, we're going to have the ball here, 1st and 10 on the 35. Need to make something happen, you know, and get respectable. Don't have to score a touchdown the first time, but you know, you need to get the confidence level up.
Well, I know Coach had mentioned earlier in the week the need to control the ball and keep Magnolia's explosive offense off the field. He didn't know how true it was going to be. This is Shoemaker. Short gain to near the 38.
Jason Knight on the stop along with Kuhn, number 25.
As a matter of fact, things have been so quick we haven't even had time to set the Seminole defense. You know, so hopefully next time we'll be able to at least mention the people that are in defensively.
Well, it's one play. It doesn't give you much time to talk about people.
And maybe then we can make a tackle and we can talk even more about some people. 2nd down 7. Shoemaker. Again, kind of hitting on the legs in the backfield to trip him up to the 41-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and a short 3. I think a point needs to be made too, Dale, with Shoemaker in the backfield. Everybody thinks because you're a good athlete, running's easy. And we saw this last year with Eric Kramer. It took about 3 games before Eric was really comfortable back there running out of that backfield. That was new to him, having been a quarterback the year before, and having been just really a 3rd back as a sophomore. And
yes.
It's not nearly as easy as some people might think just to take that ball and pick your hole and run. 3rd down and 3. Fake to Jones. Griffith rolling out. And he's going to be caught from behind and short of the 1st down. And is that number 27 Palmer, I think, from behind. It looked like Griffith might have had some room to run, but the man Palmer from behind had a hold of the jersey and was able to pull him down. And that's going to bring up another punt situation. 3 plays and out for the Seminoles. And again, just 1 1st down recorded by Monroe Central thus far.
And we're still 4:55 remaining in this first quarter. Been a long evening for Seminole fans.
Number 21 Long is deep as a single back. Magnolia may be looking for a fake. kicks away, and this is much
long
better.
kick.
It's
Nice.
going to be deep long. Will take it to his own 21-yard line. Trying to get wide and hit hard. Two and then three flags down. Shoemaker had to hit downfield. I'm not sure if somebody may not have had a face mask.
Making a tackle.
We'll let the officials sort it out. The man in the white hat, Butch Minkemeyer. And I'm wrong already this year, Dale.
Flipping call. That's one red wrong. I thought the way the hit was that you may have been right, but
There may have been the hit up the shoulders that kind of turned the ball carrier around to the side. And I'm very glad of the penalty call, which will back Magnolia up inside their own 15-yard line.
that was one of those highlight hits. Nice hit.
They'll put the ball on the 13, and quickly, Keith Wells is the nose guard. Darren Grubb and Tucker Roberts the tackles. Adam Jones and John Cecil are the ends. Coach Acosta is going to call a timeout here, which will give us a chance to say Josh Jones and John Shoemaker the linebackers. Matt Cole is the strong safety. Corners are Josh Woodby and Ben Miller. And Jesse Nippert is the free safety.
So that's a quick rundown of the defense. Now let's hope the defense can get some mention here by putting together some good defensive plays.
We'll get that out of the room. Game ball ticket 4399571.
Okay, Coach, we're back. After a real quick change of filters, the darkness comes in quickly.
Yeah, we already see during that timeout number 50, Jeremy Beardmore and Darren Grubb out as the Seminoles will go with a little different defensive look. There's a straight handoff. And had been Beardmore with some contact and then help from Shoemaker and maybe Wells on the play. A 3-yard pickup for Magnolia. And during that timeout, Coach Acosta went out to the defensive huddle and probably saying something to the effect of, hey, boys, you got them backed up. You make a stop here and we can get back in this game. Let's get the job done right now. So 2nd and 7. Again, 3 receivers. Caesar going to roll to the left. He's going to throw underneath. That's complete to McCarty. He's dropped by Miller with some help from Nippert. But again, a big gain and first down. I talked before the game back downstairs with some of the scouts from River who are here. They're looking at both Monroe Central and Magnolia, and they kind of felt that last week Magnolia came out and really tried to emphasize the run. They were expecting Magnolia to come out and put the ball in the air a lot more on this game. And they ran 4 plays, 2 passes, both completed, 2 runs. Caesar alone again in the backfield. First down is extra yardage. That's number 27, Derek Palmer. Again, a couple of missed tackles on the far side. He's able to step through and get his first down at the 45-yard line. And all of a sudden, Magnolia is no longer in the hole.
And down on the sideline, we have number 11, Derek Griffith, being taken off with ice bag. So I don't know what that is, but that's not good.
Anytime in this situation, when you have a new quarterback, you have to find a new backup, and he's headed out in the cart towards the locker room. So we'll see what the Seminoles do next time they get the ball. It'll probably be Matt Cole. Caesar again.
Good defense there.
Wells and Cecil making that play, and that's definitely the smallest gain of the play of the day by Magnolia. Half a yard by Caesar, 2nd down, and about 9. Again, Darren Grubb checks out as the Seminoles will go with a 4-man front. 2nd and 9, anticipating pass. Caesar fakes. A lot of pressure.
He's stopped there. I believe that's John Cecil.
He's kind of pump fake there. Cecil able to get a hold of an ankle and bring down Derek Caesar. That'll be a loss of a yard. Back to the 45-yard line. 3rd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first period. The first time tonight Magnolia has been in a long yardage situation on 3rd down. Probably the first time tonight they've been in 3rd down period. Nelson again sends 4 receivers to the left.
Big
Caesar,
defensive stand here.
Caesar
Gotta
running
do
the
it here.
backfield, rolls left. Gets some pressure.
Oh,
Goes deflected.
That's John Shoemaker.
Both Shoemaker and Wells right there getting some pressure on. That'll force a Magnolia punt. And for the first time tonight, something to cheer about on the defensive side of the ball.
And we're going to have sore throats when this is over. The band is really into it tonight, but that's good. That's what it's all about.
As Coach said Thursday night at the bonfire, he asked that the fans and the band and everybody, get involved in the game and make a lot of noise and get behind the team. Caesar will punt. And if there's a shorter yardage situation, I would say you have to be aware of a lot of things out of the fake run, fake pass, but I'm sure Caesar will kick this away, and he does. End over end. Nippert. At his own 20. There's your 25. Far side gives Graham, has some room. If he would have been able to get outside another step, he had a couple blockers there, but still an 8-yard return to the 28-yard line.
Number 1, Riccardi on the stop, Jonathan Riccardi.
And I was kind of looking downfield there at the room that I thought Nippert had, and Riccardi just able to get a hold of him and make the play. So they'll put Nippert at the 29-yard line. And Matt Cole will now come in, number 7, and be the quarterback. And we'll try here as we go along to maybe find out what the situation is with Derek
Looked
Griffith.
like he was holding his hip, whether it's a hip injury or something, but Doc Schneider was there with him and had ice, so they went off to check it out. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Matt Cole with his first snap.
And this definitely was his first snap as a varsity quarterback. He'll hand the ball to, I lost the number, it may be
Josh Jones, I believe.
Would be possibly the carrier on that play, as I could not see the number. A couple yards for Woodby, as you like to show that third running back every once in a while, just to show that he is capable of running the ball. So 2nd down and 8.
Miller back into the ball game. Woodby coming off. We've got a minute left in this first quarter.
I'm sure that early on here with Matt Cole, they'll try to keep things as simple as possible. But sooner or later here, the Seminoles are going to have to go downfield, and already trailing by 14 points. But you can't get away from the game plan too soon. He'll pitch the ball to Miller. He'll get across the 35 near the 37-yard line.
Tackled by Polisco and Palmer.
So Polisco and Palmer, and it seems like number 27, Palmer, is in on every play on the defensive side of the ball thus far for Magnolia.
Derek Palmer, 5'11", 190-pound senior.
He is a veteran.
Only 22 players, but, they're veteran players. They have some really good football players.
As I said earlier, 12 seniors. Many of them were starters as sophomores. Took their lumps then. Much improvement and went deep into the playoffs last year. And they're thinking
expected to do great
they're
things.
Thinking great things this year. We're going to get a whistle. And that is the end of period number 1. At the end of the first quarter, the score, Magnolia 14, Monroe Central nothing.
Woodsfield-Ashland sells pure gasoline, diesel fuel, and kerosene, and they're pure Seminole fans. Join these Woodsfield-Ashland fans in their newly expanded dining room for a fabulous lunch, supper, or snack. Try some hot pizza, delicious Caesar sandwiches, salads, or cheese sticks, and top it all off with Kirk's homemade ice cream. The Hoffs invite you to follow the Seminoles throughout football season, and follow the Noles to the Ashland because
Ashland has the best food in town.
As time passes, your needs change. Woodsfield Savings and Loan has changed to meet those needs. At the Woodsfield Savings Bank, we know your schedule requires a drive-through and night deposit box. You want convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. At our new location on State Route 78, we want to meet your needs for a home mortgage, car loan, checking, and savings account. Our name and location have changed, but we're still here to serve our community and to help you to grow. The Woodsfield Savings Bank.
We talked briefly earlier about all the hype of this game. Dale Wheeling Intelligence are represented down in the press box. Times leader, New Martinsville AM radio station is here. And also saw TV station out of Parkersburg here.
Yeah,
so everybody
WTAP.
wanting to get on that Magnolia bandwagon.
And we have Channel
from West
9 down
Virginia.
here with Can't think of his last name. Terry something.
Rick Terry, I believe.
Rick Terry. Yeah.
But the Shoemaker fighting for the line and trying that first down marker. From here, it looks like he may be just short. That's going to bring up another punt situation. As Miller, Preston Kilburn, and Heath Wells check in for the punt. But you talk earlier, with all the time, getting a new first-string quarterback ready. In the case of Derek Griffith, I'm sure Matt Cole has not gotten very many snaps during the preseason. A really difficult situation for him to be in, especially not very many opportunities with the first offensive unit.
Yeah, exactly.
And a very high kick by Wells. This is not bad. It's going to be taken back about the 30.
Jamie Long, number 21.
About the 26-yard line. Cecil, Muntz, and Miller on the coverage. A short return. So Magnolia will have the ball on their own 33-yard line. About a 7-yard return by the return.
21.
Jamie Long. 21. So Magnolia once again, their fourth offensive possession at their own 33-yard line. They have a more conventional two-back, two-wide receiver set. They'll give the fullback. That's Paul.
Still on his feet.
He'll bounce off.
Still on his feet.
Would be.
Saved the touchdown.
But a very nice hit in the middle of the line, but Palmer just bounced off, kept the legs going, and able to pick up 11 yards for a first down.
Yeah, nice hit, but no wrap there as he just bounced off the thing. Kind of bounced backwards and almost fell to the ground, and no one tackled him.
50-50 going, and the last three numbers are
So it's a 44-yard line, first and 10, Magnolia.
$400 richer.
Again, two backs. Caesar on the option. Hit hard. Ball pitch. Long picks it up. Penalty line.
We've got it.
It's going to be a clipping call against Magnolia. That one I'm sure I have right. So I'm 1 of 2 on officials' calls this year.
The official hasn't made an official call yet, Coach.
But it wasn't even a good clip because the man that got clipped made the tackle. But again, Shoemaker came up and put a great hit on Caesar. Forced a bad pitch. I believe it was Long, the running back, picked it up. And I'm not sure who the Seminole was on the far side that was able to make the play. A decision now. The loss on the play of about 6 yards. So do you take the 6-yard loss or do you take the 15-yard penalty? And since the penalty is 15 yards from the spot of the foul, you get the best of both worlds. It's the 6-yard loss and the 15-yard penalty. Taking Magnolia clear back to the 22-yard line. It's still first down, but it's first and a bunch. About 32 yards, I would say. First down and 32.
10:34, and other than 2 unfortunate plays, the Knowles have done a nice job against the very talented Blue Eagles.
Caesar to throw. He's going deep, and there's nobody over there.
Knocked out of bounds. I believe they're going to call it in, though. I thought he was out.
Unbelievably, Ben Miller making the tackle, but that reception was made, and a couple of blown defensive coverages. And that's what happens when you get so many unique formations the team throws at you, as Magnolia does. They get about 30 of the 32 yards back on one play. So if anybody felt that Magnolia maybe wasn't for real because of whatever reason they wish to give, maybe they would like to rethink that position.
Rewind this play.
And this is a great team. This is Palmer.
Palmer stopped. 21 Josh Jones got a hand on him. Finished up by Woodby, 22.
It appears it is just short of the first down. Third down, less than 1.
Here comes Derek Griffith back, holding that side, so hopefully he'll be able to come back.
So he must have taken a shot, I don't know where. Possibly he may have been hit on the keeper that we saw him scrambling earlier. It was hard to say. I would have to think that probably was what happened. Third down, less than a yard for Magnolia. Quarterback sneak, Caesar. Yes, it is. First down.
First down.
Beardmore with the tackle, but I think everybody in the place was anticipating that as the play. But when your quarterback's 6 foot and 200 pounds and you're in behind a couple guys that's 220, 230, That's a pretty good money play for Magnolia.
Yes, it is.
I know we talked a lot, about Derek Caesar, but he's been there for 3 years. He's one of the best athletes and a contender for the West Virginia Player of the Year. He's probably as good a football player that has come in here as a visitor in some time. They'll run it again. This is Caesar.
Outside. 4 tacklers.
Adam Jones, I believe, was able to get the tackle there, but again, as you said, 2 or 3 people had a shot at him, and that's tough to bring down a hard-running quarterback. He'll be to the 41-yard line, about 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Grub into the ball game. Beardmore will come off. 8 minutes, 36 seconds. 2nd and 6.
And Coach Caesar and his staff know what's going on. Maybe they're kind of running at a couple of the Seminole newcomers that are not real experienced. And Dave Caesar with 23 years and 45 wins.
John Shoemaker making the stop, but it'll be close to first down.
They'll mark it at the 34-yard line. The officials will take a look.
I believe it is short.
It's 3rd down. The one official stopping the clock there, and I didn't see a signal to restart the clock. But they did so. It should be restarted. 3rd down and less than a yard. This time Palmer. He'll have the first down after a short gain. Adam Jones, Matt Cole, John Shoemaker on the tackle. But again, a couple yards, and they only needed the less than 1. It is a first down for Magnolia. 7:50 remaining in the 2nd period. And this, after 2 explosive plays to score in the first 2 plays of the game, and Magnolia showing the ability to kind of grind it out. Ball on the 33-yard line. And it is 1st and 10. Caesar fakes the cannon. He's going to run the option. Pitch it to Palmer. And he'll be dropped at the 30-yard line. But again, a 4-yard pickup. A little misdirection of fake. And then the option. Just a lot of variety in this Magnolia offense.
Made doubly impressive by some tremendous athletes. Palmer showing his ability to run the ball. Caesar, ability to pass. You have to be so careful with him. He can run, pass. He holds the ball to the last second on the option. Complete quarterback.
So 2nd down now, just inside the 30-yard line. They'll give it to 21. Long. But again, it looks like the play was bottled up. That's going to be good for about 4 yards. Roberts, Adam Jones among the tacklers. Going to bring up another 3rd down. And short. It's going to be about 3rd and 3. Again, 3 receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Single back is Palmer. Caesar keeps it. And he should have the first down. I believe during an early TV interview, I heard Coach Caesar say that Derek was nothing more really than a fullback who happens to play quarterback. He's not the pure passer that the other Caesars were. And he being the 4th Caesar to play that position in Magnolia, the other 3 were exceptional passers. Derek Caesar can throw the ball, but he is a much better runner. And we have seen both tonight.
Both tonight, for sure. 5 minutes, 30 seconds. You need a big defensive stand. You'd hate to go down 3 touchdowns here.
Palmer bouncing outside, but Adam Jones will have him. There is a flag.
In the middle of that, so we'll see what do you call this one? Holding.
This is holding against Magnolia.
We've had 3 penalties here that have helped us. We just need to help ourselves now at this situation. 5 minutes, 20 seconds.
Because as we mentioned earlier, things started out just very bad, but the defense has kind of settled down, and Magnolia has not been able to get on the board. Still 14-0. If you could keep them off the board
and go back in and regroup.
Go in at halftime no worse than 14-0. Would be somewhat of an accomplishment, and then make some adjustments and hopefully go at it the second half. So this is a big series for the defense, and holding call will take it back to the 33-yard line, 1st and 20. Caesar to throw.
Lots of pressure underneath, man.
Complete. That's Riccardi. He's going to be very near the first down.
We do have
there is another flag.
Again thrown there in the back.
And it appears to be against Magnolia, and another holding penalty. We're talking about biting the bullet. That's twice that clipboard has went down, Dale. I hope it doesn't go over the railing. And the people below us definitely hope it doesn't go over the railing.
I just hope they give it back if it goes over.
But now back to the 43. This is going to be 1st and 30. And we were in this type of situation earlier with 1st and 33. And
tremendous pass, picking up most of it.
Again, I'm not keeping any stats, but I'm not sure if Magnolia has thrown an incompletion yet tonight.
I don't believe. I can't remember one, but 4 minutes, 30 seconds.
Caesar to keep.
Got a big hole there. Coming back off the block and making that, John Cecil, I believe, hurt.
Well, John Cecil on the tackle, and Robert Muntz, number 62, who's now in defensively, also on the play. That's what put it up to the 41-yard line. 2nd down, and still a bunch. First down will need to be gained at the 13-yard line. So 28 yards to go on 2nd down. Caesar wants to throw. Going down the middle of the field. Nobody there. Nippert has a hand on it, but not able to make the play. Intended receiver number 88, Chad Miller.
And he was nowhere close, so evidently flubbed up coverage or something there. He zigged when he should have zagged. Coach is down here putting a lot of pressure on the man in stripes right here close to them. I don't know what that was all about, but we do have a timeout. 3 minutes, 55 seconds. So, Coach, has this game lived up to your expectations?
Well, I guess it depends on how you want to look at it. Expectations as far as Magnolia being a very good team. A little disappointed that the Seminoles have not been able to get a lot going offensively, but a turnover and a penalty hurt, and a lot of credit to that veteran group on the Magnolia side of the ball.
But you got to give the Knowles a lot of credit too. They've come in and first game jitters, second game for Magnolia. They know what they're supposed to do and have the capabilities of doing. And 2 quick plays, and other than those 2 quick plays, they haven't had a lot of offense. They had the 30-yarder maybe. But really, we've held them pretty good.
I think, as you mentioned, earlier, that the Seminoles have settled in, and the fact that Magnolia has a game under their belt last week with West Virginia schools opening a week ago enabled them to kind of get some of the jitters out with some of the Seminoles, and especially the new people in the lineup had, maybe trying to work those jitters out. But Magnolia with a lot of seniors who have been there, and this being their second game, they did not have that problem. And this probably is the best team on the schedule that will be faced by the Seminoles this year. Oh, Adam Jones. A lot of pressure from Jeremy Beardmore, number 50. Adam Jones over there had a hand on it, and I think if he would have been able to see that ball coming a little quicker, he might have been able to pick it off and had a chance to cut this lead in half.
That's the kind of break we need. Good pressure, though.
The 4th down and long. 4th and 28 now, 3:51 remaining. Caesar will go in punt formation, try to pin the Seminoles back. They're in a hole, as Magnolia very much wants to go in with that 2-touchdown lead. He'll angle to the sideline. It'll hit, get away from it, and be down just inside the 20 by number 55. Todd Licklider. So the Seminoles will have the ball, and it seems like it's been a while since we had the ball. With the penalties and everything that Magnolia had, but
just need to protect it here.
A 19-yard line, and Derek Griffith is back on the field, and that's great to see. need to be careful with 3:42 before halftime and not turn the ball over here in this situation and give Magnolia the chance. I guess maybe that's the negative way to look at it. We get some motion out of Miller. Handoff to Jones.
And a lot of pressure.
Only a yard at the best. I see Long. See number 77 in there, which is Josh King. Number 72 in the middle of that Magnolia lineup is Matt Hott at 2:45.
Couple yards on the play, second down and 8.
Yeah, there's some big people. Number 66 in the middle there, Danny Wright at 2:05 for the Magnolia team. Yeah, there's some good size in there. As they'll adjust to the formation, and second down and 8. Griffith to throw. They'll try to go deep. And Nippert not able to adjust to an underthrown ball. Griffith was under a lot of pressure. Now bring up third and long. But again, some good pressure. I think it was number 25, Adam Kuhn, from his linebacker position, putting some heat on and hitting Griffith just as he threw. The ball was underthrown. If Nippert had been able to identify it, he might have been able to cut in, but that's much easier said than done. Nippert will now line up in the backfield as Josh Jones checks out, putting Matt Cole wide right. Pitch to Nippert. They try to get outside.
Breaks it out. Still on his feet.
He's in the room. Oh, one man to beat. Number 21. Jamie Love got a shoestring. The Nippert out to the 40-yard line. Maybe a lot of people looking for a pass in that 3rd and 8. But a sweep for Nippert.
That's the first exciting plays that Jesse Nippert's in the backfield for. A shoestring away from a TD here with 2:43 remaining in this half. Jones change this game around quick.
Jones checks back in. He'll line up at fullback as Shoemaker will now check out. And movement in the backfield. And just when something gets going positive, something bad happens. And just a little bit of movement in the back by Josh Jones at fullback that will cost the Seminoles 5 yards.
Seemed like that one was a little confusion from the very get-go on it, so don't know exactly why. But we're first down, 15, 2:12, 2:17. Timeout, Magnolia.
Magnolia will use a timeout, and I believe that is their last timeout. So 2:17 remaining before half. Magnolia leading 14-0. Seminoles 1st and 15 at their own 35. In case we forget to mention it, we always try to mention here on Friday nights the JV game. This week, due to the Labor Day holiday, that JV game will be played on Tuesday. And since Magnolia does not have a JV team with only 22 people on their team, the opponent will be Bellsville. And the game will be here at home at Monroe Memorial Park on Tuesday. Starting time in JV football is not an exact science. So somewhere in the 5 o'clock or 5:30 range, the schedule in the program says 5 o'clock. And it says September 7th, but that is Labor Day, so that game will be played on Tuesday. And that is September 8th at about 5 o'clock, and Bellsville will be here. So the young men that you don't see a lot of tonight will be in action on Tuesday evening. So we ask you to come out and support those young men. First down, 15. We'll sweep this side, Nippert. Oh, ball is a football. Magnolia has it. And no signal. And unless I missed something there, did we get a break? It sure looked to me a lot of white shirts on top of that football.
I don't understand what they were doing there.
Did they say the ball was down? I may have missed something there.
I did too.
It sure looked like Magnolia was on the ball. Now, if If there was
Would
a
have
Seminole,
Nippert been down? Would his knee been down?
he may have been called down. If that was the
A lot
case,
of reaction from the stands on the far side.
I'll need to look at that one again. So we'll take that. Second down at the 15.
We need that break. 2:10.
Give us something else to sort out at halftime. Magnolia people didn't like it.
Quick
Against
handoff.
them,
Shoe.
sure they didn't.
Hanging on, number 65. Well, there's no 65.
There's another thought on that, Dale, that might have happened there, that since the ball went forward, it looked like Nippert kind of maybe tried to flip it. Could the call have been an incomplete pass? Since the ball went right back to the line of scrimmage, I believe the call was an incomplete pass. So whistles, official timeout.
Uniform correction, and it's on number 21, Jamie Long. Looks like they're going to send him out for a play. Fix the uniform.
They'll now send a replacement out, number 4, Nick Klug, and be ready to go. The clock now winding at less than 1:40 remaining before halftime. And a whistle, and again a timeout.
With a minute 31 calling time, evidently there's some confusion someplace here.
And that's kind of dangerous there for your linemen who are down in the stance straightening up to call timeout, that they could easily been penalized there for illegal procedure once you get in your stance. So on third down and 11, Seminoles will have one timeout remaining.
Well, this is a pretty nice evening for football. It's not too hot. It's cooled down now. Feels pretty good.
Well,
Anyone who hasn't been out to the field, they need to get out and see these top of the field house. It's pretty nice.
And as far as the temperature, when we can stand here on top of the press box and T-shirts, means one thing. It's much, much too hot on the players down on the field.
Well, we just went downstairs a little bit ago, and it was hot down there.
Not much air moving, and and you've got several men on both sides of the ball here playing offense and
All the
defense. For Monroe Central and Magnolia both, and this is difficult. I mean, you can stand up, sit in the stands, and say, boy, what a great evening it is, but if it's comfortable for the fans, it's too hot to play. Biggest thing you got going for it, you hope you always have it, is dry.
Yes, we'll take 10 of those this year.
And movement.
We've got movement.
And we've had a lot happen here with the ball never being snapped. Dead ball encroachment, they're offside against Magnolia.
27 Palmer jumping into the neutral zone there and slapping the head at one of the Knowles.
3rd and 5. Again, the goal here is make your first down and then get to midfield and try to go to something big. 1:30. I don't believe the Seminoles have been across midfield except on the completed pass that resulted in a fumble earlier. Griffith out of shotgun. Wants to throw it out here for Jones. Off his hands. And even if he'd caught the ball, I'm not real sure that he could have gotten to the first down marker. Number 1, Riccardi, was there. Yeah, but Josh looked like he had the angle, would have been able to turn up, but the ball just off his hands. And Coach DaCosta on 4th and 5 has made the decision to punt the ball. And with 1:26 before halftime, I think that is the only decision to make, as you have to punt the ball away, try to get the Magnolia down here around their own 20-yard line, and get in at halftime. Wells the punt. The snap is good. The kick is very good. Caesar will take it and go to his knees at the 16-yard line.
Caesar taking the kick on about the 16-yard line.
Don't know for sure whether he intended to do that, but
Minute 19.
Well, again, probably not wanting to risk a fumble himself. But going to his knees, 39-yard putt, no return. You'll take that anytime.
Anytime.
So 1:19 before halftime. You want to say Magnolia probably will play it safe and run the clock out, but
you can't afford to say that.
with the way they have done things so far and the explosiveness that they have shown, it's not real sure.
I would almost make a prediction. You could probably call the name Caesar in some capacity.
We'll see what Coach Caesar and his staff have in mind over there. First and 10. And Caesar just keeps the snap, goes forward for a couple yards. They're just trying to watch on the far side there, and watch Coach Caesar over on the far side there. And he's not in any big hurry to get that play in. I see two people over there with him, Long. They're standing beside him. And, he's very content now to let that clock run and use up as much of the 25 seconds as possible. Just now sending the play in. And I'm sure he pretty well knows that Monroe Central is not going to stop the clock with their one remaining timeout. They'll probably run one more play, and that may do it, barring penalty. Caesar will keep. Cecil and Shoemaker, along with Jones. They come up off the pile asking if the coaches want a timeout. They say no, so with only 20 seconds left, that clock will run out. And Magnolia more than happy to go in leading 14-0. As it's now inside 10 seconds, and they do not need to run another play. And we're headed to halftime.
Been an exciting first half, Coach, 14-0.
Two big plays right off the bat, and Magnolia 14, Monroe Central nothing. Stay tuned for halftime.
A good football team works together, helping each other to do their best.
A good insurance company works together too, showing you the best coverage for you and your family.
A winning football team shares the glory. The running back needs those blockers to make that long run to the end zone.
A winning insurance agency represents several companies, so you have personally designed coverage to take you wherever you need to go.
The Monroe Central Seminoles have a winning tradition.
And F.W. Shoemaker has a winning tradition of service, integrity, and customer satisfaction.
Two local traditions that keep on going.
Hey, Ohio Valley, it's worth the drive to Woodsfield to find the latest trends in decorating and gifts. Pat's Gift Shop has 8 rows full of unique gifts, furniture, home decor, and collectibles, including Beanie Babies, Cat's Meow, Cherished Teddies, and Precious Moments. Now's the time to come to Monroe County's oldest and largest gift shop to find out how you can enter their Home Sweet Home decorating contest. It's your chance to win one of several prizes, including a $300 shopping spree, just in time for holiday gift giving or decorating at Pat's. Traveling hundreds of miles for therapy can be emotionally and physically draining and very costly. Woodsfield Nursing and Rehabilitation Center now offers outpatient and inpatient therapy for all ages, including orthopedic and sports rehab, as well as physical, occupational, and speech. Coming soon, in-home respiratory therapy and durable medical equipment for sale or rent, such as hospital beds, oxygen supplies, ostomy supplies, and much more. Watch for future updates at Woodsfield Nursing and Rehab.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You'll spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion Dog Food at big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
Dr. and Mrs. Heckert are proud to make Monroe County their home and to serve as your hometown family doctor, along with experienced nurses and a nurse practitioner affiliated with Marriott.
Well, back for the second half. The good news is after the early Magnolia explosion, it's still 14-0 Blue Eagles. The bad news is the Seminoles must kick off to start the third period. Caesar is deep along with number 21, I believe, is Long.
Case of Pepsi.
Darren Grubb will kick off.
Newhart is going.
And we're ready for the second half. 14-0 Magnolia. And the kick is away. It's a line drive. Caesar at his own 17-yard line. 25, 30, up the middle. And here's the running route. And a third big play by Magnolia. Derek Caesar, 83 yards. Touchdown on the opening kickoff of the second half. No flags.
Cheshire going for another score.
And what can you say? Very rarely do you see a quarterback as a deep man on returns, but this is not an average quarterback.
No. And tremendous block down here. We saw John Shoemaker getting close to Caesar, and he was just totally devastated by 3 Magnolia players. And so a lot goes into it. Here we have Caesar ready to kick the extra point, 20-0, 11:47. And this one's good also.
Not a lot of extra distance, but it's good. So 21-0.
Score goes to 21.
One thing changes around the stadium here that we've not mentioned, Dale. I don't know if people noticed over on the far side, the red building where the concession stand is housed on the visiting side. New windows have been cut on the outside so that people can go to the concession stands from the outside of the building and not inside. Another improvement that has been made here at the field.
Also a very nice improvement. They put a railing or a pipe along the top of the fence clear around, and it just kind of helps when you're standing out there. You lean over, and of course before it was very, very difficult on the arms. That's a nice,
much more comfortable to
and
lean.
It's much more attractive.
Yes.
Constantly just little things being improved.
I guess you can say much more attractive, unlike the game tonight, which has not been very attractive from a Seminole standpoint.
I keep looking back and keeping track. 4 plays, 3 for touchdowns, and then of course the long pass. But other than that, so nothing outstanding, but that's enough.
Number 27, Derek Palmer will kick off. It's a line drive, will hit and bounce. Miller will pick it up at the 15, to the 30. Got some room, 35 yards.
Palmer, I believe, along with
35 yard line. Tackled by King. For the Seminoles will take over first and 10.
Number 54, Beverland.
And also 77, Josh King. They rung up for that.
21-0. A lot of work to be done for the Seminoles. And we start the second half. The quarterback will be Matt Cole.
I don't even see Derek on the sideline here, so.
Motion man is Jones. We give to Shoemaker. 3 yards to the 38.
Maybe just getting some treatment from Doc Snyder in the locker room before he comes out.
They're not able to find anyone at halftime to talk to the extent of the injury in the first half. They talked to a couple of people downstairs about the call that we questioned earlier, and everybody I've talked to did not see the same thing that the officials did. The officials called it an incomplete pass as the ball was being shuffled forward, they said. But anyhow, we're in the third period now, 21-0 Magnolia. Second down, 7. Miller straight ahead, about 5 yards to the 43-yard line. So we'll bring up third and 2.
Right, making a tackle.
Ben Miller coming in 5'10", 155 pound. He is a senior this year.
Third down and 2.
Would be men replacing Miller.
Ball on the 43.
And here's where you need to get that first down.
Yeah, we need one here.
And where you can then do something and try to get some offense going and get on the board and then take it from there. Shoemaker, he will not get the first down. Stopped shy of the 45-yard line.
Looked like a little mix-up on the handoff there.
Palmer and Kuhn making a tackle on Shoemaker.
But again, when you have a quarterback there that's not used to doing things with this unit, your timing is going to be a little bit off. That's not the fault of anybody on the field.
Yes.
And unfortunately, that's something that we just have to live with as the season goes. I'm sure that timing will be there in future weeks. It is 4th down. Heath Wells will punt. And that's a good
Another
kick.
nice one.
Long will fumble it back inside his own 25. Be dropped on the far side, getting across the 25.
Jamie on the return.
Looks like
Shoemaker.
Preston Kilburn, number 86,
86,
coming
yes.
out on that tackle. Had to look for a minute there as we play with every year. Our 6s and our 8s on these uniforms looking very much alike.
I thought it was just me. There's Derek. Derek Griffith out now. Still kind of holding that hip, his right hip. So
You know how it is, Dale, after you retire, that the eyesight starts to go.
it went long before that. Quick handoff, and he goes nowhere. That middle stepped up big, and
Johnny Cecil,
Johnny Cecil.
loss of a yard. And as we talked through the first half, after those first 2 plays, just except for a couple of big gains that Magnolia had after penalties, the defense really did a nice job of controlling Magnolia. But now you add a long kickoff return of 83 yards to start the second half. And
3 big plays in this game, different complexity.
But that's the game of football.
That's the game. It's just a shame, though, that the guys work so hard and then have it so quickly passed.
Caesar going deep. Incomplete. Riccardi, the intended receiver. Miller on the coverage.
Riccardi, incomplete. Miller on the coverage.
3rd and 11. Miller did not go for that little pump fake early, and very few incompletions thus far tonight. That may even be the first incompletion. My memory is not real good, so I'm not real certain of that. But Magnolia, a lot of big plays in their arsenal. Some of those fans make a little bit of noise here on this 3rd down play as they'll try to make a stop and force Magnolia to punt. 4 receivers left. Caesar rolls this way. He's going downfield. Incomplete.
Just over the outstretched fingertips of Ben Miller.
Miller had a shot there over his head. The ball was either overthrown if intended for Riccardi or underthrown if intended for number 21 Long. But incomplete nonetheless.
Looked like Wells and John Cecil on the hit. I couldn't see exactly which one. Both coming from the vicinity.
So Caesar will drop back to punt.
Caesar's taking a couple of really good hits here.
Woodby and Nippert deep. Woodby will now come up as a short back, leaving Nippert back as they'll try to guard the wide outs in case of a fake. The kick is a line drive, short, not a very good kick. It'll hit and bounce. Nippert will pick it up at the 38 and have not much help and be dropped after about a 5-yard return. Number 21 Long.
Long and Palmer.
The Seminoles will take over.
So again, 43-yard line. That's good field position if you just get a little bit of offense sustained. Griffith back into the game.
Nippert taking quite a hit there as he's going down. A little bit wobbly. I'm sure he'll regroup here quickly.
Nice. You see the Seminoles get a little drive going and try to maintain Griffith to throw. He's going deep. And no connection. Riccardi intercepts it. You have a flag on the field. Riccardi down the far sideline. Well, he'll be dropped by Shoemaker. Shy of midfield, but there is a flag down. And that was thrown very early as the receiver went downfield. It may be that's just, again, we've guessed a couple times and been wrong. But they talk holding call against Magnolia, which will negate the interception. And thought that Nippert looked like he was having a hard time getting downfield, and that was probably the reason, as he was being held as the ball was in the air. So that holding call against Magnolia will enable Monroe Central to keep possession because that was before the interception. So they'll bring it back to the original line of scrimmage and step it off. Monroe Central keeping the ball. That's the defensive holding call against Magnolia. The Blue Eagles have hurt themselves at numerous times tonight with some penalties. They put their offense into some long yardage situations. As they go down the road here over the next 8 weeks, the games they have, they don't want to get into that habit.
No, sir.
And I know that Coach Caesar cannot be happy with that.
Got to be, what, 4 or 5 penalties for them?
And a couple of big offensive holdings and now a defensive holding.
They got called for the clip.
And this may be the first time that Monroe Central has snapped the ball from past the 50-yard line tonight. It's at the 47. So take advantage of this and get on the board, and then we'll take our chances. Second back is Jones. He's hit in the backfield by number 77, King.
Josh King, 6'4", 220-pound tackle, a junior.
Coach Dave Caesar, his assistant coaches, Mark Batten, Ron Brill, Mike Pierce, and Bob Ripley. Coach Ripley has been with Coach Caesar at Magnolia for the whole time that the coach has been over there. For Monroe Central with Coach Jay Costa, of course, the assistant coaches are Pat Singleton, Dave Sherman, Chuck Briggs, Greg Shoemaker, Matt Singleton, Mark Withrow. And good assistants are a valuable commodity. Second down 9. Give Jones a yard on that carry. Miller
nothing.
Back. In the backfield, number 66.
Smells that out. Danny Wright.
And somebody got handled over on the far side there. And, this is a veteran offensive line of third-year players at Magnolia. They're all in that 200 to 220-pound range, and they really have controlled the line of scrimmage pretty well tonight.
The end of the third quarter will draw another number if you don't claim your
So
pride.
3rd and 11 after that 2-yard loss. Probably a passing situation. Griffith steps up, throws under pressure, incomplete. I believe intended for Woodby as a secondary receiver, but not much you can do there. So 4th down, Wells again to punt. 6 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the 3rd period. It's a good snap. And a decent kick. Caesar over the shoulder catch at the 10, retreating to his own 8. He's just going to go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 17-yard line. The way that ball is going, that may not have been the best option. You're trying to catch that ball over the shoulder, but yet if you can catch that ball and not let it hit, because you never know what direction it's going to go.
Of course, with the way their breaks have gone tonight, probably in their favor. So here we are, 6:08, 21-0. A lot of ground to make up. We need a good defensive stand here and had our back against the wall a lot tonight.
This is where you'd like to see a turnover be forced or some kind of break, something that the offense could then build up on. Caesar under center. We're going to give it on an inside counter. And
nice job, Grubb stayed at home. Jamie Long, ball carrier, number 21.
Pick up a yard.
There's again a little different look there that we've not seen from Magnolia, that inside counter to the wingback. As I think, Coach said Thursday night on Coach's Corner, that, you see all kind of formations and just about everything from Magnolia. And it's real easy to do that when you have people that's been with you for 3 years.
Yes. Definitely a veteran squad. Only a yard pickup, so see if we can get a defense here. In motion.
Send a man in motion. That's number 10, Chad Smith. And they'll pitch the ball in the backfield. This is
Adam Jones.
Homer. and he'll be stopped by Adam Jones at the 20-yard line. A strange-looking play is a broken play that Palmer broke back to this side and tried to make something. Adam Jones staying home and making the play. And we mentioned Coach's Corner show. Hope that everybody remembers on every Thursday night, 10 o'clock, to tune in and watch the show. And in case you forgot it this week and didn't remember what was going on, and every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, we'll be with you.
A couple weeks here, we'll have a Channel 7 game, a River game. So you want to put that in your plan book. That's a 11:35 game on Channel 7. Always good to get the coverage for the team.
They'll send Long in motion. Caesar to throw. He's going deep. And he overthrows his man. Number 21, Long. Nippert was the defender.
Headed for Long, incomplete.
Now bring up fourth
Back on the coverage.
and Long. So for the second time in this second half, the defense has held Magnolia in check. But when you're in a 21-0 hole, you need a big play by your offense.
Yeah, and those are hard to come by.
Nippert again will go deep. The up backs in front of him about 10 yards will be Woodby and Cole. They'll cover the wide outs. Caesar's kick is not a good one. Woodby will take it at his own 45-yard line. Step around the tackler and get to the 40-yard line. Now low line drive kick. That's a good job by Woodby to make that catch.
Adam Kuhn, number 25 on the stop. So good field position. 40-yard line they're going to mark it.
We see something happening here that I was afraid may start to happen. I see Nippert coming out. And
looked like he came up lame there, cramps.
On a night like this, it's so very, very warm down that field. The second half could see lots of players cramping up. And no matter how good a shape you're in, with some of the players going both ways and never coming off the field, it's really hard not to cramp up.
Yeah, and I can feel for him. It looks like it's in the arch of his foot, and that's a painful place to have cramps.
So hopefully it's something he can get a drink and get right back in. And he's trying to stretch it out, those muscles. Dive play.
Jones. Short one. Net head on there, 72, Matt Hott, along with 56, Jason. At this point in time, it just seems like the Seminoles are just very limited to what they're able to try to do offensively against this team. And hopefully next week on that trip to Shadyside, they'll be able to do some other things and kind of open things up a little bit. Have a good Shadyside next week.
I know how much you look forward to making that trip.
Go see my buddy.
Griff to throw. Going downfield. He's got a man wide open. Makes the play. At the 20-yard line. Ball right in his hands.
Too wide open.
And then once he dropped it, he took a tremendous hit from the safety. And I can't see that number.
60.
And Ricciardi possibly, just made a big hit there. And that
hurts a lot worse when you drop it.
The possibility of a big play right there. But just didn't happen. Man wide open coming out of the slot. And not able to make the reception. 3:27 in the third period. 3rd and 9. Griffith to throw again. Fakes under pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
He's swamped
by a lot of people. And some hooting and hawing from the Seminole sideline after Griffith was kind of tied up there. Somebody kind of dove in at his legs, but no flag. And not a night to remember for Derek, because he's taking quite a physical pounding out there. So Wells, who's getting quite a workout tonight and has done a pretty decent job punting the ball.
Yeah, after the first kick, he's done great. Heath, pretty good sized boy.
He angles it to the left side. It's going to hit at the 20. Take a big high bounce to the 15. Well, it's going to be picked up over there by Long, possibly. He's going to be running, or will be run out of bounds. Again, several Seminoles over on that side of the field. And it's kind of hard to see exactly where that out-of-bounds line is over there.
Heath Wells punting that ball. Heath is a junior, He's 5'11", 210 pounds.
The PA man, Denny Easterling, gives credit to John Shoemaker. And his second set of eyes downstairs is new Skyview Elementary principal, Chris Kaler. And we'd like to welcome Chris aboard to the school system
Welcome back.
and Monroe system. Chris, a graduate of Woodsfield back a few years ago. I won't tell Chris's age.
Not too many years, though.
Again, motion by number 10, Smith. Caesar's going to keep around the side. He'll be hitting the backfield.
Shoemaker with a hand on him and lots of black jerseys.
Looked like Beardmore may have had a hand on him in the backfield. He stepped away from that tackle, and Shoemaker making the play. John Cecil up limping. And you hope it's nothing more than a cramp with Johnny and not the knee surgery problem that he had last spring.
Second down. And 10.
And we're going to get a whistle to stop play.
Last call for 180.
2:04 left. Timeout as Magnolia has a man down back at their huddle. And a chance for the water to go out for the players, many of whom have not had an opportunity all night to get a drink.
Look like somebody with a cramp here, as we have several people stretching out on the field. Well, Coach saved tape there, but that was Caesar who cramped up. He's going off very slowly. And while they were working on him, we had several Seminoles down on the field. Cramps are a big factor. Weather like tonight and a game like this evening.
Looks like number 1, Riccardi, will take the snap.
Okay, second down, 10.
And I'm sure nothing fancy for his first snap. Just a straight handoff to the fullback, Palmer. Tackled by Matt Cole, along with
Palmer, the ball carrier.
Shoemaker.
Cole and Shoemaker on the tackle.
Third down and long.
Third down.
If people are looking for something to do on Saturday night, there's Shadyside, next week's opponent, playing Caldwell in a game played at Muskingum College on Saturday night. If you don't have anything to do, I don't think there's a whole lot else going on or nothing on TV to watch, so you may want to slip over and see that game. Riccardi again gives to his tailback, number 21. Long. He's got to run through the far side.
Adam Jones going to take him down at the 40 line.
Long, the ball carrier.
Kind of a misdirection there, and when the daylight opened up, Jamie Long, number 21, 5'9", 155 pounds, only a sophomore.
Will be first and 10 for Magnolia.
And we talked about all the seniors that are playing.
53 seconds
And,
left in the third
Long
quarter.
being an underclassman. And we look on the far side and see that Caesar is still being worked on the far side. And with a 21-0 lead, they probably won't get in a big hurry to get him back
No,
on
I
the
wouldn't
field.
bring him back. I'd take care of him. Quick handoff. That's Palmer. Palmer picking up a couple.
Ball carrier.
Josh Jones, I believe, among other
And Cecil
tackles.
also in on it.
And Tucker Roberts on the
And they
tackle.
give the nod to Tucker Roberts from 68. 36 seconds, 35.
On, call it the 45-yard line. Second down.
Before we go to the third quarter break here, I'll give the fans a little trivia question to think about, and unless we forget, I'll give them the answer before the end of the game. But who was the last visiting team to come in to Monroe Memorial Park and leave a winner? Who's the last visitor to win a game on this field? I'll give you a hint that it has never happened since we have been Monroe Central Seminoles. We have a unbeaten streak of 20 in a row going as Seminoles. We'll have to think about that. At the end of 3, Magnolia 21, Monroe Central nothing.
Whether you're college bound, raising a family, or nearing retirement, let Ormac Credit Union help you find financial success, because our commitment is you. As always, Woodsfield True Value has lots of things on sale for fall cleanup. Stop in today to check out the bargains. While you're there, see their new display of kitchen and bath cabinetry, vanities, sinks, and countertops. Save up to 65% off the suggested list price of selected styles of cabinets. Choose from white laminate, oak, hickory, cherry, or maple wood, and choose from a variety of styles and materials in vanities and countertops. At Woodsfield True Value, help with your new kitchen or bath is just around the corner.
At Respects Food Market, we're proud of all we do. From our humble beginning in Woodsfield in 1929, we've grown to several stores throughout the Ohio Valley. We strive to combine the same small-town friendliness with the buying power of the chain store to give you, our friends and customers, the best of both worlds. And we take pride in our community, its people, and their accomplishments. We're proud to support all county schools and wish the Monroe Central Seminoles the best of luck. We're proud of all we do at Respects Food Market. And Seminoles, we're proud of you.
Fourth period underway. Riccardi still under center. He'll give to his tailback long. Hit in the backfield by Miller. No, excuse me, 84, Cecil.
John Cecil.
Now, before we went to the third quarter break there, we talked about, the last home loss here at this field. We're not
a county team?
No. We've not given up hope yet, but as we start the fourth quarter trailing 21-0, it sure doesn't look good.
And it would take 3 plays like the Blue Eagles put together.
I'll tell people the answer here in a little while. Anything to keep people tuned in for a while, I guess. And if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will let me know.
Lucky number 44.
I didn't want to ask Coach that question this week because I'm sure he did not want to think about that.
No.
And it's been even longer since Coach Acosta has been shut out on the home turf. And I'm not sure when that would be, if it has ever happened. It's been quite a while, I'm sure.
And we have a
Flag in the back.
As we've said before, with the flag comes from the back judge prior to the snap. It's delay of game against the offense. Because that man watches the 25-second clock. And with a different quarterback in, as we talked earlier, I'm sure Riccardi has not taken a lot of snaps during practice. Hobbling back to the field is Derek Caesar for this 3rd and 16 play. It's easy for us to say, for a kid to stay out in a game like this where you're ahead by 3 touchdowns. We've never tried to keep a kid on the sideline who's used to playing. If we tried to keep some of our people out there, I'm sure it'd do the same thing. Caesar to throw. He's going long. Riccardi comes back and makes the catch of the ball in front of Nippert. That's why they wanted him back on the field. And why they wanted Riccardi back to the wide receiver. And early in the game, we saw Nippert unable to adjust to an underthrown pass. And then Riccardi came back and adjusted to an underthrown ball, made the catch in front of the defensive back Nippert. Big play at the 23-yard line for Magnolia. As you watch Magnolia go through the year, I know there's some games a lot of people in Wetzel County is looking forward to, and that's a first ever meeting between the Valley Lumberjacks and Magnolia. And people up around Valley have been waiting for that kind of matchup for years. Well, they better have them buckled up when they arrive in New Martinsville. Man in motion, Caesar hands back to Long. Shoemaker on the tackle. Second down, short pickup.
Keith Wells coming back in after he was here on the bench getting some attention.
He falls in that category also. Some players I think are followed by some leg cramps as he's been kind of trying to stretch out. It's been physical out there tonight on both sides of the ball by both teams. There'll be some sore, tired bodies on Saturday morning. Second down, and 8 yards to go. Inside 10 minutes remaining in the game. Caesar will keep. Steps away from a couple of tacklers. He dropped by Jones, Woodby.
And looked like Shoemaker possibly.
Ball put down just inside the 20-yard line. Keith Wells may have also had a piece of that tackle. 3rd down and 6. Oh, just inside the 20-yard line.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
We approach 9 minutes remaining in the game. Two backs in the backfield. Caesar wants to throw. Has some pressure. Across the middle, incomplete. Caesar down on the play. Well wrapped around him. Made him throw the ball a little sooner than he wanted. And only a couple times tonight have we had real good pressure on the quarterback. And as we've said many, many times in the past, the best pass defense is a good pass rush.
And is that the second incomplete pass?
They've been very few and far between.
No more than two. We have a timeout here.
Magnolia going to call timeout. 8:56 remaining in the game. 21-0 Magnolia. Fourth and 6 for Magnolia at the Monroe Central 20-yard line. Caesar to throw again. Going to the corner of the end zone. Intercepted.
Intercepted. Nippert.
By Nippert. Intercepted in the end zone. That's going to bring the ball out to the 20-yard line where it was before. If it had been incomplete, it was going to be Monroe Central's ball on the 20, so Nippert picks up the interception. The first Magnolia turnover of the game. With the exception of a few penalties, I'm not real sure that the Magnolia fans and coaching staff are really too unhappy with things tonight. If they eliminate the penalties, they're going to be in great shape.
They certainly have used the big play. That pass was intended, I believe, for number 32, Palisco. And Nippert just kind of pushing him off and coming after it, picking it up.
A 66-yard play on the first play of the game, followed by a 57-yard touchdown play on the second play, offensive play of the game. It was 14-0. Add an 83-yard kickoff return by Caesar, and you have the scoring at 21-0. Nippert, the ball carrier, will lose a yard.
Ball carrier tackled by Knight.
Jason Knight, number 56 on the stop, 5'11", 175 pounds. As that play just broke down around him. Miller and Shoemaker coming out of the contest. 8 minutes and 14 seconds.
Griffith under center. Backs in the eye. Griffith will throw. For Woodby. Steps to the outside.
The foot race now is going to be
50-yard line.
Caesar caught him from behind.
Finally something to cheer about offensively. 31 yards. Griffith to Josh Woodby.
Josh Woodby, 5'8", 140 pounds, a senior.
They'll mark it at the 49-yard line, but still, one of the best plays
nicely delivered pass
of the night. We see Shoemaker on the sideline now with some leg cramps, also being worked on by Coach Withrow. It's just unavoidable, as we've mentioned so many times. A night like this, that you're going to have some cramps. But again, Shoemaker will be back in there just as soon as possible, just as Caesar was out for a very short time for Magnolia. First and 10, Seminoles at their own 49-yard line. Griffith to throw, steps away from some pressure. They'll try to run, get a yard to the 50-yard line, maybe to the 49 in Magnolia territory.
Eric Palmer on the stop, number 27.
And right.
And now I think it's going to be Palmer's turn, because he's up very slowly. The legs may be cramping on that young man who's been in on a lot of tackles defensively, has carried the ball several times offensively.
He's 5'11", 190 pounds, and he is a senior.
50-yard line called 49-yard line.
2-yard couple. Derek Griffith with 2 yards, 2nd and 8. They are inside 7 minutes now remaining in the game. The Seminoles try to put something together offensively and get on the board. Griffith with a lot of pressure. It's a screen to Shoemaker. Across midfield, a couple yards before he's knocked down. And Shoemaker again cramping on the far side. And not out of bounds as the clock continues to run. And we also have a Magnolia player down on the sideline with cramps. And that's Caesar once again on the far side with cramps.
I think as a coach and a father, 21-0, I think it might be time to call it quits for young Caesar, save him for next week.
3rd and 6. Less than 6 minutes remaining. The Shoemaker was not out of bounds. Griffith to throw, coming left, going deep. Going for Nippick. Riccardi.
Having a lot of problems picking up the ball in the air.
It's like Riccardi and Miller, Chad Miller, Magnolia, the defenders. Some contact downfield, but it really looked like Nipper may have just stopped his route. I don't know if he didn't see the ball or what, but he kind of gave up on the ball. And 4th down, Seminoles will punt the ball away from the 47-yard line at 5:41 remaining. Wells. This is not a real great kick. It's over to the sideline, going to hit and bounce out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Or maybe the poorest effort of the night by Wells, who has done a nice job punting.
But you got to remember, he just came off the bench down here where he was being worked on for cramps, so that's quite an accomplishment there.
That's a good point. In this situation, that's really tough to do.
It sure is, because that's extending that cramped muscle, completely out to get in the kick.
But now at 5:33 remaining in the game, Magnolia will try to take a lot of time off the clock. To answer the question that I asked a little while ago, Dale, I believe that the last visiting team to come into this facility and win was in 1992, the Barnesville Shamrocks. The season that they had such a great playoff run and went to the state semifinals. They were victorious. At that time it was still Woodsfield, and a hard-fought game. I believe they were the last visitors to win on this field.
I would not have come up with that name at all. I don't remember that one, I guess. I'm sure we were here.
Couple on the play. 2nd down, 8.
Probably a lot of people out there watching really didn't care.
But now they do. Maybe we can have this a regular segment, We can have like a write-in.
2nd down, Magnolia, after that short game. Caesar fumbles the football and the handoff to Long. Magnolia will have it back. I believe the Channel 9 cameraman, Rick Terry, has been here since the game started, getting footage of the whole game.
A lot of footage, yeah.
Channel 7 arrived at halftime.
TNT was there for the first half, and they have left then. They have left the building.
People not able to make the trip to Shadyside next week. Hopefully they'll tune us in on Saturday of next week. But many games the remainder of the year will be broadcast on the Barnesville radio station. They may want to tune into that station and get the lineup. Caesar throwing, and it's caught. Miller making the hit. Number 88 is Chad Miller. Ben Miller on the defense.
If he could have picked up the ball just a little quicker, I believe he could have stepped in front of him. But again, all a matter of timing.
That completion after the 41-yard line. Magnolia will get a first down and be able to take a little more time off the clock. Now 3.5 minutes remaining in the game. Next week at Shadyside, that game begins at 7:30. Many times we've been to Shadyside in the past, it's been 8 o'clock starts, but this year 7:30. Caesar keeping it, trying to get outside. Josh Jones, along with Tucker Roberts. down inside 3 minutes. I will say this though, Dale, as I look around, 21-0 Magnolia, less than 3 minutes left. Not very many people have left their seats.
No, not at all.
And that's great to see the people staying right here till the end and supporting their team, whether it's in a win or in a loss. The people not checking out to go home and check on the Mark McGuire story.
That's right. What number is he up to now? 50?
A lot.
You think he'll get to 70?
This week or next.
Depends on how many games, huh?
Caesar hands the ball. He'll get some yardage before Shoemaker and Roberts. Situation we've not been in very many times, Dale, since I've been with you over the years, and that's where you get into the tail end of a ball game and don't have a whole lot to talk about from the Seminole standpoint. We're used to Seminole wins and maybe even big Seminole wins where you can talk about the younger kids getting a chance to play. But we've not been in this situation very many times. Even the Monroe Central losses have been close, right to the wire type games. But stay behind these young men. They'll put a tough weekend this week coming up in practice, but they'll be ready to go next week at Shadyside, I would guarantee it.
And Shadyside always a big game, whether it's here or there. I don't know too much about the Shadyside team this year, but I know that trying to regroup from this one is somebody you really have to be prepared for.
One thing, in the back of a lot of minds, I know connected with the football program, is the fact that Coach Acosta enters this season with 193 wins in his career. 7 wins would get him to 200 in his career.
I just remember like yesterday when he was going for 100.
And people not to give up. We opened the season with a loss last year, went 1-2 after 3 weeks, and then knocked off 7 wins in a row. So this is still going to be a good football team. And like I mentioned before, Magnolia is probably as good an opponent as what we'll face all year. I hope we don't face anybody better. But this is no slouch. They're good, and they came to play, and they're going to take home a win, and we'll hear a lot out of them in weeks to come. I'm sure we'll hear a lot out of our Seminoles in weeks to come. If you can't make the trip to Shadyside next week, remember in 2 weeks we'll be here for the River Pilots. Palmer running very gingerly into the line, trying not to fumble. Several Seminoles there, including Heath Wells. John Cecil also in there. And when this game ends in 1 minute and 20 seconds, I think you'll see some boys very slow moving off the field, heading toward the field house.
And wait till tomorrow morning and Sunday morning.
The situation at 4th and 6. 1 minute remaining. Clock running. Nip it deep. Woodby and Cole as the up back.
Derek Caesar, who's done it all.
Some pressure. Wells coming up close. Woodby, fair catcher from the far side. 28-yard line. 40 seconds remaining. We'll see how Coach decides to play this. This is Matt Cole will go in and take the last few snaps of this game. A very tough varsity debut for many Seminoles, including Derek Griffith, but a lot of pressure coming at him. And I know one point that was made by Coach earlier in the week is with only 27 or 28 players and with the freshman and sophomore groups being so small, it's very, very difficult in practice to go live, full go, and where Derek hasn't had to face a lot of pressure in practice as far as a pass rush. And that's going to take some time. Woodby in motion. Handoff in the backfield to Shoemaker, and no go. A lot of people, including Adam Kuhn, on the tackle. We're at 25 seconds. Ball just now ready for play. Ben Miller in, and we may get one more snap.
Next week at Shadyside. And
Who's Shadyside playing tonight?
Shadyside playing tomorrow night.
You said that, didn't you?
Vince
I
Caldwell.
heard that someplace.
Last play of the game, Josh Jones, and has been the case all night, not much running room. And the ball game is over. Final score is Magnolia 21, Monroe Central nothing. Very good Magnolia team. And I'll tell you what, I look forward to following them and seeing what goes on later in the year. Coach Caesar and Coach Sarcosta get together in the middle of the field. And they're great friends, have been friends for a long time. But this is a tough one for Monroe Central and their fans and their coaching staff to swallow. But I think when you look at the quality of opponents, in the future we'll be able to say this one helped us grow a little bit.
Yes, yes. And I can't remember the last time, as you were mentioning earlier, 21-0, that's an unheard of score for a Coach Sarcosta team in Monroe Central. And so I'm sure there'll be bigger and better things the remaining of the year. Hang with these young men. Quality group of players out there.
Get with the team, be at Shadyside next week, and here the 2 weeks after that. Tune in and hear what Coach has to say about this game on Thursday night at 10 o'clock. And we'll be with you again next Saturday at 11. I hope to see you at Shadyside, and then be with us again on Saturday.
Coach, thank you a lot.